Hello everyone, my name is Matt Scorpion, and TWABs had finally started back up for the year. I know we're pretty much like 2 weeks into the year, and people are wondering where the hell they've been, and they just came back now. So, starting off, let's see. The season wraps up in 47 days officially, according to here, so that's just over a month and 2 weeks, a month and 2 weeks. Now, some important things we cover. The Grandmaster Nightfalls open up next week on the 17th. Next Iron Banner will be January 31st at the very end of the year. Last Tuesday of the year. Month, excuse me. And the final week of the season, of course, starts on February the 21st, ending on the last day of February. So the 1st of March will be, the reset day. So, changes to Grandmasters. Now, let me specify these changes. Decrease the power level needed to enter by 25 to 1580, the powerful cap. So you do not, and I repeat, you do not need to get to plus 10. You don't need to get Pinnacle Cap and then plus another 15 on the artifact to enter Grandmasters. However, they also decrease the overall power level of Grandmaster modifiers by 10 to 1260, but the current power difference of all enemies is still in effect. Now, what that also specifies, you can enter at 15 enemy, but enemies will be at 40 power above you. You can use artifact power pinnacle drops to increase effectiveness up to 1595, which would be where the entrance would be if they didn't change. So while it's easier to get in, it will be harder if you don't match up. Now, let's put it this way. Normally, Grandmasters would be a 2 times damage multiplier. Entering at that low cap might be a 2.5 times damage multiplier to you. So on that, while it is easier to get to Grandmaster level, it's also going to be harder right off the bat. So you don't need to grind as hard, but at the same time, it will be harder as a result, in case you go in lower. Now, after 2.5 seasons of playing the new Iron Banner, they have changed some things going forward. Now, when it returns in the 30 purse, they're increasing the amount of Iron Banner rank you earn at the end of matches, doubling the multipliers you get from wearing gear and having all the multipliers you get for completing challenges, and increasing the multiplier you get for wearing the Iron Banner emblem. They expect the number of games needed to earn a rank reset around 40% lesser, so hopefully it will be more worthwhile. And also starting next season, the Iron Banner will resume having 3 occurrences a season, and the Iron Banner emblem will be available at the rewards track during the first reset for those that don't already have one, and we'll have more information on modes and dates in the future for Season 20. Now, of course, they also mentioned they have released all mods. Any of the standard armor mods that was already existing in the game are now available. Now, that also says standard. With big changes coming to Lightfall, they wanted to give us a chance to enjoy everything in their current state before they change. Standard mods refer to everything but raid and artifact mods. So artifact mods still have to be earned through experience, and raid mods still have to be earned throughout encounters, challenges, and however you access raid mods. Now, people who are granted access to armor mods in yesterday's patch do not have them unlocked in collections. They can be still used for Reliant armor, so you might not see them in your collections, but you do have them. More info next week on how mods and build crafting will change in Lightfall, which is, very soon. Now, of course, they changed some focusing costs for all trials. Iron Banner, Crucible, and Gambit weapons and armor will be reduced to 25 legendary shards, roughly down from half. Adept weapon focusing cost will reduce to 50, down from 250, and Glimmer cost of focusing regular ritual weapons has been reduced to 5,000 Glimmer, down from 10k. So they're doing this so that at the same time, people like me who don't have multitudes of resources and shards saved up aren't the only ones that can buy things regularly, just in case there's some people who are just starting out and don't have a lot of currency to actually spend. Now, of course, you can test these out next week when visiting all the vendors for trials this Friday, and all these when they associate go. Now, of course, this is a little tidbit about introducing the dog and a kind of cursed animation about petting the dog in case you want to see it. Some little more concept art, which, by the way, the boy is named Archangel, short named Archie. But, as unfortunately people were worried, Archie will be leaving us by the end of the season when the helm, I imagine, rotates, but then we'll also be returning to the tower in the second season of the Year of Lightfall, Season 21. So the season right after the launch season with Lightfall itself, in case you were wondering. Now, of course, with the Bungie Store updates. Now, there's a lot of stuff about pre-orders and things, and how with the Bungie Rewards thing, a lot of things that are up for pre-order can take up to a long time to actually make them, and various transit times. Now, of course, live service game. Of course, their store isn't there. I don't imagine they have a separate area specifically for all these orders. So they're going to try to improve the way the store works, but, of course, issues require feedback, so there's that. Now, some issues coming forward. Like Bungie has been stated with the next reset. As of Tuesday, January 10th, players are no longer as of Tuesday, the 10th, players are no longer able to access Destiny 2 on the Stadia platform. Destiny 2 players who maintain character are from Stadia should set up cross-save with another platform so they do not lose access to the characters after the full platform shutdown on the 18th. Additionally, after the 18th, players with Google Stadia as their primary account should not deactivate cross-save for any reason. Doing so will result in players completely losing access to their characters. For more information, check this article for that, and as well, Stadia players who encounter issues accessing their characters once they set up cross-save should see this article right here. Both of these are links. Now, of course, Stadia account Bungie.net links. Players who have access Stadia in their cross-save don't need to remove their Stadia accounts from their profile prior to the shutdown. Inactive Stadia account links will be automatically removed from player profiles after January 18th on 2023. Cross-saves will be unaffected. Players who intend to set their Stadia characters as their cross-save prior to shutdown but encountered issues should see, of course, that same guide. Now, known issues! The Push the Objective Crucible bounty gains progress inconsistently between game modes. Players may be unable to crouch after acquiring the first scanner augment in Operation Seraph Shield exotic mission. They can be resolved by entering and exiting a menu or remapping keys. I had that to me. That was very confusing. Players who do not own Beyond Light are unable to reach the security drone above the ziggurat on Europa, preventing completion of the Seraph title. New Iron Banner armor does not count for progress toward the Gnorr Seal Triumph required for the Iron Banner. High Mind Complex Gauntlets display floating pieces of armor when equipped on a feminine character model. Kills with the Hierarchy of Needs exotic bows will display a submachine gun icon in the kill feed regarding Crucible. We are investigating increase in centipede area codes, which, while they are inconvenient, you really just have to try again, and that will likely go away. Players who were granted access to armor mods yesterday, once again, will not have them appear in collections, but they can still use the mods equipped freely in their armor. For a full list of emergent issues, of course, check the known issues article and report anything to the help forums if you have things there. Now, that is pretty much most of the first TWAB back, so we, of course, have the usual movies and additions of the week. Some art regarding the good boy, and a funny little thing of a guardian wearing a worm on their head next to the hive, which I really did enjoy this one the first time I saw it. And of course, this is, I believe, the first TWAB we've had since DMG has departed, so we have, of course, probably a rotating cast of people giving us our TWABs, and of course, as a wrap for that, New Year's to us, and once more time for the Stadia players, please set up your cross-save if you wish to keep playing. With that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.